Hi, y'all. Has anybody ever heard that song by Zach Brown, Highway 20 Ride? If you haven't, look it up and listen to it. Listen to the words. That's pretty much what kids go through and parents go through, and my kids' situations on weekends. The Highway 20 Ride. It's real. It's straight up right between the eyes, the lyrics in that song. I'm not going to lie. Every drop off, I do get a little teary-eyed. I really have a hard time. I've always had a hard time saying bye or letting my kids go because I don't know when I'm going to get to talk to again. I don't know when I'm going to get to see them again. I went through this with the older kids and going through it with Journey's mom. And I'm on round 2 with Journey's mom with it. Besides the parents who get the end of the the ones that's being brutalized from the narcissistic side with control issues and revenge issues and anger issues. The ones who truly suffer through this are the children. The children are the ones who don't know how to cope and don't know how to comprehend what's really going on. They can't navigate their feelings and emotions. Their brains are not wired and wrapped to where it is. All they know is they're excited. They want mom or dad or vice versa, or they're down and depressed because they got to go back and their time went by fast. And they don't like the situation they're in. You can't tell me there's one kid in a split home that is happy to be in a split home and not be around the other parent. I don't know of any. There might be one somewhere, but I don't know of any. It's real, folks. I mean, kids are jazzed up and excited and propped up, ready for Friday. They show up and law enforcement's there because one side is playing the victim and can't be an adult and want to project and put pressure on the kid and make the kid feel like there's a problem because the other parent is a problem on false allegations. Same thing on Sunday. Show up, drop off, law enforcement's there. The parent, the receiving parent, is playing the victim again. Dad pulls up. Dad lets the kid out of the vehicle. Kid walks across the street. But the other parent's got to make the show that I'm the victim. Look at me. I'm afraid something's going to happen to me because I have falsely accused my kid's dad. Yeah, we've been living this shit for years. And nothing's ever happened. Nothing verbal, nothing physical, nothing. But who gets the blunt? The kid. Who feels the pressure? The kid. Who is struggling inside emotionally? The kid. Whose mind is an emotional time bomb and whose heart is about to blow apart because they're on edge? The kids. When do kids matter? When does your child matter more than your hate and anger and revenge against the other parent? At one time, you were happy with that parent. At one time, you were in a relationship with that parent before the relationship failed. At one time, you chose to have a child with that parent. But look at you now. Now you hate and resent the other parent and you're putting your onto your kid. Kids have enough to deal with at school. Kids have the issues of bullying, kids not liking them. The kids have the issues with their appearances. Little girls, are they pretty enough? And all these things that go on in these kids' heads and minds that are fed by mean kids, bullies, maybe some not nice teachers, social media, that's huge. All the they're exposed to in social media. And also a parent or a family of a parent who is totally against dad or the opposite parent, because this happens to women too. Moms get this shit too. I know a few that's been down this road. And yet the child gets the blunt. The child is the emotional wreck. So kid goes back to school, got to appease mom, got to make mom happy. Mom's visitor may or may not be back in the picture or could be in the picture. Then all of that's going on because mom and visitor are anti-dad and keep their shit going. And then visitor is not a very good visitor to his own kids, so he tries to be super dad to my kid. And yeah, we got a mess. It's like a big milkshake, all this thrown in together and mixed up. We got a big mess. So the person that the kid needs most is kept out of the kid's life. But 2 weekends a month, if that. No phone calls, no phone activity. You go on and you set screen timer saving, and dad can't call in and text in and talk to kid. Boy, that's a good one. We've been through that one. I got proof of that one. I'm sure that's still going on since mom has control of the phone down there. When does a kid get to naturally have her God-given right to call and talk to dad? Kids being stressed at school, or maybe bullied, or some kid said something wrong or ugly. The kid can't naturally just pick up the phone and call and say, Dad, I need to talk. Dad, this happened. Cutting the dad out of the life or minimizing the dad to 2 weekends a month and all of this that you put on your kid is not healthy for your kid. It's destroying your child. It's destroying your grandchildren, because your grandchildren are going to deal with the that you put on your kid, because the kid is going to repeat the generational curse. Whatever you do, your kid's going to mirror. You want to be ugly and hateful, your kid's going to mirror. You want to be negative and you want to be people, your kid's going to mirror. You want to mess around and have affairs with men or women, and your kid's going to reciprocate. What do they see mom doing? What do they see dad doing? And it's not just moms, it's dads. There's both sides of the fence of this situation. So it's equally. I mean, there's both teaching kids bad things. But the truth is, kids need both parents. Parents need accountability for what they're teaching their kids. Parents need accountability to the setting that they put their kids in. The setting, your home, your house, what goes on, your conversations, your thoughts, your anger, your attitude, your bad habits, your good habits. Kids are taught and they soak in what they're around. If it's truly child's best interest, the setting of the situation wherever the child should be a comfortable setting to where that child has open, easy access to the other parent, whether it's mom or dad, and vice versa. If it's truly child's best interest, the child should get more communication and contact with the absent parent, whether it's mom or dad. If it's truly child's best interest, the child should get contact with mom or dad outside of school. Weekends, holidays, summers. You want that kid that bad and you're so obsessed with control? Let that kid go to school there. Friday after school, kid goes with dad. Holidays and weekends, kid goes with dad. Summers, kid goes with dad. The kid gets a balance. If it's truly about what children deserve, it should be that. Balance with both parents. We are raising our future. We are trying to raise God-fearing Christian children who want to live right, do right, be truthful, and do the right thing, and love Jesus, and not be afraid of Satan and live in fear. So to all of our judges and guardian ad litems and mediators and hitmen by hire therapists and activist lawyers who hate men or whatever and going to do whatever they can for the highest bidder to take the kid or keep the kid out of dad's life. The fuck are we doing? Is that truly child's best interest? People, we have a serious problem. We have a serious problem of hate in this country. And we have a serious problem of hate and anger between mom and dad. And we have a serious problem in our family court system. And it totally does not work. It's broken. We have a serious problem because it does not do what's best interest for the child. Because if it was truly best interest for the child, we wouldn't continue down these same paths we're on. And these lawyers making big ass money, and us, all of the rest of us parents who are broke ass, losing everything, about to live out of the back of our pickups, are suffering. Family law system needs some serious work. And I'm not one to preach hate and anger, and I'm not one to say, I hope you go through what I went through. But there's a few people that's been involved in my case. I wish they could just get a little bit of taste of what my child has had to go through. And my other children who have been falsely accused and drugged through this shit. That's what I would like to get them to get a taste of this. Think, oh, Dad, we're invincible. We're adults. Who cares? You want to destroy us? You're going to destroy us, because that's what the family court system's doing. You know, dads don't get to play the victim. We get the shit no matter what. We are pretty solid. We're the ones that get the target. We're the ones who get the target. And we're the ones who get the labels. We're the ones who are falsely accused. And we're the ones that actually hold it together for our kids. We're the ones who actually can do it without fighting with the ex, or needing fucking child support, or needing this or needing that. We're the ones who can actually think clearly and let the mom have the other kid equally, and not fight and not raise hell. All the dads I know in my situation have been able to. I've been able to do it twice now. It's seriously time for society to wake up and face the reality. The family has been destroyed for a very long time. Family law court system is terribly broken. The only cure for society, for our children, is to have a healthy mom and dad in the picture. Equally involved. Because without mom or dad equally involved in these children's lives, and equally responsible and equally accountable, we're going to continue deteriorating and destroying what's left of this country and what little family we do have left. Today's a long video, and I was pretty emotional with my Highway 20 ride. And I encourage you folks to get out there and listen to that song, and think about the kids. Think about your children's kids or friends that might come over to your house. And maybe have a little ear. Listen to them a little bit better. Maybe just be a little extra for them, because they're struggling with a lot. They're struggling with the shit with mom and dad, and they're struggling with school. So just listen. Listen for the warning signs. Listen for the red flags. You don't need to call mom or dad. Just show a little extra love for these kids, because that's really one of the safe places they get, is that friend's house away from mom or dad, because they're out of the middle. They're out of the shit, so they can be at friend A or friend B's house, and there can be a little bit of neutralness to a point. So listen for these kids. Listen for their warning signs. Listen for their cry out signs. If you're a teacher, just listen. Some of these kids, you get to hear and see. You're seeing it through schoolwork. You're seeing it through situations. Listen. If you're a coach, just listen. You don't have to figure out the miracle to save the kid, because it ain't going to happen. The kids just want somebody to listen to them. A safe place for them to be able to vent, so they can open up and communicate serious struggles they're fighting inside, so they can cope with what they're struggling and don't know how to struggle and don't know how to cope with. Think about that, people. That's something I encourage everybody in society. And to the ones that are living this shit my kids are living in, man, pull your heads out. Think about it. Think of the big picture. What truly matters? If you truly love your kids' mental health, peace, and well-balance and well-being matters. If you're in doubt on things that go on and happen, feel free to reach out to me. I will share a lot with you. I'm not perfect. I've had to eat some humble pie a long time ago. And I've learned that I love my kid more than I hate the other parent. I love my kid more than I hate the situation. I love my kid more than my own feelings and emotions, because that's what matters, and that's what my responsibility is to my child. And that's what our responsibility is to all of our children. It's taken me a long time to get to where I'm at, folks. It wasn't easy. Lots of gut-wrenching cries and tears and not knowing what to do or how to do or why and how come. Years with all of my kids. It hadn't been easy. I'm not going to lie. There's days that I've wondered why and how come, and did it really matter if I even was here anymore? I'm not going to lie to you. But at the end of the day, the reason I'm still here is my kids. And on top of that, my faith in my religion, in the blood of Jesus, I'm still here. And if you want to get real, that does not get any more real than that. And I'm being honest with you. So, I hope everybody got something out of today's story. It's my Sunday highway drive home. And I'm not going to lie, I'm a little emotional today. But I have a big, loving God who has his arms around me. And that's where my faith is, in the blood of Jesus. And he gives me the strength to keep fighting, to be there, to be supportive of my child, and get to see my child and be a part of my child. He also gives me the strength in fighting and prayers to pray, to keep praying for my older children, to be a part of their lives. We're starting getting more and more people message and inquire and counsel. And I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not a certified therapist or counselor. But I can damn sure tell you through my experiences as a daddy, growing up since a kid, what I've been through. Good or bad, right or wrong. I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm going to be real with you. And I don't know everything, but I've damn sure been through a lot of shit. And I know which way to go and not go. And most importantly, the value out of this, I still continue to learn value. And it fuels my purpose, feeds my purpose, grows my purpose. And God willing, my kid is going to get some peace and balance out of this mess she's in with her mom, and hopefully we can get to a point to where one day we're going to be able to co-parent and get along for this kid's sake. And we can have 50-50. I truly still pray that. It's up to God. It's up to him. It's up to him to allow the right thing, and I continue to pray, to fight, to keep Satan out of this. Every night, every morning. So I have hope and I have faith that at one day God's going to fix this to where my baby, the last one at home, gets equal time with both mom and dad and have some peace and balance without animosity and anxiety and just flat shit she's got to deal with. We got 4 years left. Fixing to be 14, 8th grade, fixing to go to 9th grade. Man, we got a lot to go. But it's going to go by so fast. And I've got a short window at my age. And God willing, I'll be able to fulfill my responsibilities as a daddy to give this little girl the best that I can give her to prepare her for life. That's what all of us are supposed to do, mom or dads. We're supposed to prepare our kids for life. Prepare for them for being mamas and daddies. Prepare them for being for our futures. So that's a story from a daddy story on my Sunday ride, Highway 20 ride home. If there's anything anybody got out of today's story, go there and give us some like and share and love, and we just sure appreciate it. We're on all the social media channels. We're on Spotify. You can listen to us on your music in your truck on headphones and other avenues, and on YouTube. We're starting to get a little bit of YouTube following. How about that? Here we are. Another story from a daddy story. Take care.
I'm not that naive. Men were meant to ride with